Okay, hi everybody. Let's talk about how to do project one, which is the query letter. If you go into FSO, you'll find the instructions for that as well as a template for a sample query letter and also some additional supplemental materials. So let's take a look at this. If you haven't already done so, number one, please read the document about how this course works. You will need to select a piece of hypothetical or real creative content that you're going to be using throughout this class, whether it's a book, music, game, film, or television. Once you've selected your content, you want to then draft a query letter. As we know from reading chapter 3, in order to get a traditional publishing deal, you're going to have to secure an agent because publishing houses, record labels, production companies, and so forth do not accept unsolicited content. The way to get an agent to shop your creative content is by sending the agent what we would call a query letter if you're submitting your proposal for a book or for music, or it's also called a pitch letter if you're submitting a script or a screenplay. It's the same thing, but we just call it different things in the industry. Okay, so once you've decided what your content is, the next thing you're going to have to find an appropriate agent. The most important thing about agents are, in this class, we don't care about booking or talent agents. Booking and talent agents will just get us gigs or performing opportunities. These people rarely shop creative content for publishing deals. So again, I encourage everybody, please read chapter 3. Also look at the slides in chapter 3 to find the right kind of agent. Scripts, screenplays, and books, you'll be looking likely for a literary agent. Original music compositions, you'll be looking for a songwriting or a music sales agent, for example. Games, you'll be looking for a developer. So please read chapter 3. Look at the slides as well so that this makes sense. So the first thing to do is find an appropriate agent. And here's some resources you can take a look at. You can find them online. You can find them through the various guilds. You can also find them through agent directories. Once you found the right agent, then you're going to draft a standard query letter to them. The requirements are here. You'll be drafting a traditional business letter, what we call block paragraph format. We'll see an example in a minute, along with a header, salutation, date, its single space, left justified, and so on. Okay, you're going to introduce yourself briefly, either yourself pitching your own real or hypothetical creative content, your book, your music, your script, for example. Or you can also take on the role as an agent representing a client who you're trying to shop their music, for example. You'll then draft this query letter to the agent telling them a little bit about yourself or your client and a little bit about the creative content you're trying to get them to shop in a deal. The query letter is only going to be one page. Anything more than a page, an agent is not going to read. And then finally, number 4 is very important. You want to indicate what source or citation you use to find the agent. You can do that either by listing an APA site or the URL, the website link. That's fine. I don't care what you use. You can either put it within the contents of the letter or on another page if you'd like, but you must have that, folks. Okay, so there's a couple other materials you might want to check out when you do this. And just a reminder, you're not looking for a talent or a booking agent. Okay, rather you're looking for a literary agent, songwriting agent, film sales agent, and so on. People who specialize in shopping original books, music, scripts, screenplays, etc. for publishing deals. Okay, this project is worth 10%. You can see how it's broken down here. And then over here we get to the rubric. Let me show everybody, research is worth 20%. That link, the source or the citation or the website link to your agent, where you found this person, is worth 20% of the grade. If you do not have that one line, folks, the best grade you'll get on this is an 80. So please be very careful to include your source or citation for your agent. And then finally, we have all of our typical EBMS policies. Nothing new or scary for you guys. Over here, I have a sample query letter that's included. You can also find the same material in the appendix of the text. Here in the header, you're going to be putting your information, your name, your address, phone, website, anything the agent can use to contact you. You'll put the date, and here is the agent's name and address, their information. You don't have to put anything more than the agent's address. This letter is left justified, meaning everything's lined up on the left-hand side. It uses block paragraph formatting, meaning each paragraph is single-spaced with a double space in between. And for business letters, it's okay to have a paragraph that's, 1 or 2 sentences. It's not a term paper. You're going to have a sizzle opener in which you take a minute to just tell them something exciting or kind of catchy about your project. Then you tell them a little bit about yourself. If you want to say anything more about the project, maybe you have some social media exposure, you have a fan base, whatever it is, go ahead and put that in there. You have to do all of this in one page. The purpose of this is only to tell them a little bit about yourself or your client and the work itself. If they like the concept, they'll call you and then ask for more. Then they'll ask you to send a proposal, a treatment, sample chapters, a demo, all that kind of thing. Actually, what we'll be working on in Project 2. In Project 2, we'll pretend the agent loves your query and we'll ask you then for the supplemental material. But for now, it's just one page to introduce yourself and the concept of the work. Now, if I were grading this example, this person would not, this is a real query letter, by the way, but this person would not get a very good grade because, first of all, here's a typo. I think you folks know titles should be italicized, at least put in quotations. And also, he does not put the source or the site for the agent, and of course he wouldn't because this is not an assignment, this is a real query letter, but I want you guys to do that, and I cannot say it enough, it's so important. In the salutation, you want to err on the side of being very courteous and professional. Use a colon. Colons signify professionalism and courtesy. If you're friends, then you can use a comma. If it's a male, you want to address the person as Dear Mr. Ryan. If it's a female, let's say instead of Mark, the agent's name is Mary, then you would write Dear Ms. Ryan. Capital MS is the business standard for women in business. You don't want to put Mrs. You don't know if she's married. Even if she is married, professional women still use Ms. You also don't want to put Miss because Miss is for little girls. So Ms. is appropriate for women. Let's say the person had a gender-neutral name like Chris, and you're not sure, is that Christopher or Christine? So instead of using the wrong instead of using the wrong word, Mr. or Ms., this would be the one time it would be appropriate to write Dear Chris, and then that will keep you out of trouble. Later on, follow the agent's lead. If they write back to you, hi Dave, hi Karen, with a comma, then you're given permission after that to correspond with them as if you're friends. But always start out as if you're very courteous and very professional. All right. I think that will do it. If you folks have any questions beyond this about how to do the assignment, don't hesitate to send me an email, let me know. But I think this should keep you all safe when you're doing this. Remember, keep it to one page. And also keep in mind, this is a sales piece. You are trying to sell the idea of the work, so you want to keep it exciting and enthusiastic and so on. All right, folks, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great week. Bye-bye.